It's been a very wet winter. Communities up and down the country have suffered the consequences of that, so too has the railway, with damage to structures, earthworks, track and signalling equipment, resulting in some sections of line being closed for days, even weeks. One such example is in North Wales, where the Conwy Valley branch, serving a collection of communities between Llandudno Junction and Blaenau-Festiniog, has been out of action since the 27th of December. Over the preceding 4 weeks, more than 1,000 millimetres of rain fell locally, beating the previous record by 50% and triggering a significant rise in river levels. The Conwy burst its banks, affecting the adjacent railway at 4 main locations. Much of the damage was not especially dramatic, there was just so much of it. Through this section alone, ballast washouts occurred at around 100 separate locations. 1,000 tonnes of new ballast had to be brought to site to repair 1.5 miles of railway. It's been a tough logistical battle for the project team.
Thus blocking it, which will then have made it even worse.
The flooding didn't fully subside for several days. When it did, a huge amount of debris had to be cleared before detailed site investigations revealed the full extent of the remedial works needed. The small orange army, brought together by contractor Alun Griffiths, is helping Network Rail to bring closer the restoration of services on what is a vital link for local towns and villages. But poor ground conditions continue to make access difficult at the main site. The compound has been under 3 feet of water.
The surrounding area is a floodplain, and the actual railway is a natural barrier for both the river and those 2 floodplains. So what we're actually doing is having to use rail equipment to actually bring in to repair the railway. So that means sequential work and logistical challenges in terms of actually bringing items in RRV by a time. What we've managed to do is actually procure some land at the side to help us actually repair that, but again, due to the actual weather, that's not always been available to us due to water returning at different locations.
Structures and earthworks bore the brunt of the flooding's impact. 1,200 tonnes of material had to be excavated and removed before a partly failed embankment near Llanwrst could be reinstated. It was then protected with 600 tonnes of rock armour. Just to the south, a rail crane lifted out a concrete slab at Bridge 14, allowing retaining walls to be rebuilt. The damage was testament to the power of water.
On Bridge 14 in particular, the water level to the south of the bridge had risen dramatically because of the floods, and it was scouring around and over the bridge, which undermined the slab and caused it to move. And there's other scour issues around the bridge, particularly beneath the rail from the bridge towards Llanwrst station, where the formation has been washed out. Going on to section 3, in that area again, the water had gone over the embankment and washed out the ballast and the formation as it went through. So it was the force of the water going over the embankment that caused that.
The Conwy Valley line has always been susceptible to flooding, running close to the river for much of its length. A lot has been done to improve it over recent years, but increasing the infrastructure's resilience to severe weather events will become an ever greater challenge as they become more frequent. The immediate focus, though, is on the recovery works. These are now well advanced, and it's hoped train services will be reinstated at the end of February.